Bad, immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food.
Come and get it! And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Yes, it is, and here we are on the air everywhere. It is the Modern Eater Show, live from Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Welcome, Greg Hollenbeck here with you. Brian Freeman, he has the ick tonight, Jay.
Yes, he does. He's got the, I call him the Gunga Mungas.
So he's at home with the big boy voice. He'll recover, be back with us this next week. And Jay Parker, of course, here with us. Little Rich Snyder, Dave Avery, Kenyon George. All's well in the world because it's Chef Elise Wiggins night tonight.
That's right. We've been looking forward to this for a couple months now.
We have. I mean, it's like just so excited for tonight because you're going to learn so much. Tune in. I mean, go to themoderneater.com. You're going to get full value. Watch the video alongside. If you head out into the car, 630 KHOW. That's our iHeart Radio affiliate. And Jared Petschy, good to see you here on the show with us.
Pleasure.
Did I do that right? Yeah, Jared
Petschy.
Petschy. Yeah, thank you so much. He trained me ahead of time. The executive producer for Elise's new show. Welcome, Elise.
It's so exciting to be here.
I know.
I get to be in the cool club now.
You are in Studio Kitchen, Colorado, first time.
Yeah.
But not the last.
No, I hope not.
And we are in the cool club now because we have you here. We're going to cover a lot of stuff tonight.
We are.
But first, we're going to learn about you in 60 seconds.
Okay.
Or so. You think we can do that?
Yeah.
Watch.
Well, I don't know.
It's called Not for Nothing.
Okay.
Not for Nothing. Let's
Okay.
learn about Chef Elise right now. Okay, Jay, I want you to start out this Not for Nothing. It better be a good. I don't know what he's going to ask you. He doesn't know what.
You're going to
I'm
talk
gonna ask you.
trash about mine because that's just what you do. Not for nothing, Chef Elise. Reese's Pieces or Skittles?
Ooh, Reese's Pieces chocolate.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Favorite
No.
animal to eat and why?
Ooh, right now, tonight, excuse me,
Just in general?
is the chicken. In general? No. I got to talk about this because this chicken is from this farm. And if you look at this yellow fat, chicken is usually like bland and has no flavor. This has amazing flavor.
Okay. So chicken tonight because of tonight.
Chicken because of night.
All right, Jay.
Not for nothing, hunting squirrels or hunting something bigger?
I love squirrel. I'll hunt anything, but I love squirrel.
Do you need a 12 gauge for a squirrel though?
No, 410. I mean, 12 gauge, you could, but it's a little big. And you might tear the squirrel up. So, little 410 is good.
Was good to go. Is that what you
Yeah.
used on the last
I
episode
did,
of
yeah.
Roots to Ranches?
Yeah.
Which we'll talk in depth about. Beer,
Absolutely.
wine, or spirits?
Ooh, spirits. I love, although I've got a beer, so it's the Good River beer. So, I love beer. I love spirits. I can't choose between the two.
Which spirit out of those?
Whiskey.
Whiskey. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, cold and get warm or be warm and get cool?
Oh, I just
What?
like to be cold, period.
What do you mean what?
You like to be cold?
I like cold.
All right, you run hot.
Yeah, I'm a hot runner.
All right, you run hot. Most bizarre food you've ever eaten?
That's a good one.
Oh my God. I was in Czechoslovakia and I had rooster balls and coxcomb, and I can eat just about anything. And this was
I don't know if that's
not good.
something we can eat.
This was
Hey,
not good.
Whatever that was. Wow, that was an interesting one.
Yeah, those-
Go ahead, Jay.
Not for nothing.
I would have never expected, not for nothing, I would have never expected that.
Netflix or cable?
Netflix.
Not for nothing, your favorite charity.
Denver Urban Farm here.
Oh,
Or, I'm
wow.
sorry, the Urban Farm. Yes.
That's Stapleton.
That's Stapleton.
They're on tonight. That's
Yep.
fantastic. Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, we keep going?
Yeah, one
not
more.
for nothing, manual or automatic?
Ooh, if I have my preference, manual.
Daniel.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Go, baby.
Last one. Smartest person you know.
Ooh, Lord. There's so many smart people. I'd say my father.
Your old man.
Yeah, he's like Bear Grylls of the world. Like, and he's had so much experience between being country and then, his education and his world exposure. He's a brilliant man.
Well, what a perfect segue. That'll jump us into where are you from?
I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
A lot of influence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Food-wise.
Food, family. That's our culture. Is like the two are integrated. You're always spending time with family, and everybody's always cooking, and so therefore everybody's like, who's got the best this, that, and the other? Your gumbo, your jambalaya, who fries the fish the best? Like, who's the best hunter? Like, there's like a competition, but it's good.
But it's good. When did you move to Colorado?
2004.
2004.
Mm-hmm. I've been here for a minute.
What brought you here?
I always had a calling. Like, it's so funny, when I was growing up as a little girl, or just growing up, period, my father would have us go camp in Louisiana, and like in the summertime. And it's like, everybody that knows how hot Louisiana is that's out of the frying pan and into the fire. And so bugs, snakes, everything is all out. And my dad just wanted to go. I'm like, can't we just go to Colorado? I see snow in the mountains. Can't we just go somewhere cool? And he was like, nope, we're camping here. And I don't know. I just had a calling. And the minute that I could get up here, I did, and fell in love and moved up 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later?
Yeah,
Seriously. You moved quick.
Yeah, you don't leave your mama. In the South, you don't leave your mama. And so you don't leave your family. And so I came home and I told her, I'm like, I'm moving. And she's like, yeah, right. And I'm like, no, come in 3 weeks because I'm leaving. And then sure enough, I had to call her a couple days before, and I'm like, I'm leaving. You need to come say goodbye. And she couldn't believe it. And off I went. So and I love it. I love Colorado.
What was your first job in culinary?
I actually worked at a Chili's. I moved from Louisiana to Dallas, Texas, and I worked at a Chili's, never worked in a restaurant before. And I started off as a server, worked my way up to a bartender, and then a manager quickly in the front of the house. And then I moved to a fine dining restaurant that had 4 stars, and moonlighted in front of the house as a manager, and then at night I worked in the kitchen at Hard Knocks.
Did you like the front of the house?
I preferred the back, but I think it's important to have a successful restaurant. You have to know both.
You do.
And I tell everybody that all the time. Like, all these students that I go and speak to in culinary schools, I'm like, I know you want to be a chef. I know you want to be an artist.
Yeah.
But you have to know the other side, because otherwise you're going to get robbed blind.
Yeah. On the other side, just quick detour. Front of the house, back of the house. What's the disconnection these days, and how can we bring it back together? Is that something you have identified, a disconnection from the front and the back of the house?
I don't permit a disconnection. I don't permit egos coming from the back of the house or vice versa, the front of the house, back of the house. For me, it's important that you establish a culture of respect between the two, because you have to work together. Mm-hmm. And believe me, I worked in many restaurants where, if I was a server or whatever and I needed something, the cook would sit on my dish just to punish me, when it really was punishing the guest. And I was like, when I have my own restaurant, I'm never going to allow that to happen. So I don't know about everybody else's world, but in my world, that's not permitted.
So hard to keep people, I'd say good people, but people in the back of the house right now. I'm sure, and Cattivella, which we'll talk about in depth here in a minute, but a lot of restaurants have so many applications for the front of the house, and 0 in the back of the house. Truly. Is it money? What are you seeing out there right now?
I think it's, yes, money. Obviously the back of the house is always paid less than what the front of the house makes, and it's unfortunate. But that's changing. The minimum wage, wage has gone up, and honestly, I've been paying that wage for the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. So when people are like, "Oh my God, you're going to put businesses out of business," I'm like, I've already been doing this. Like, in order to get really good people, I have to pay them that much money. So that's not an issue for us. But I have a lot of people that have worked for me. Zuri, that you see in the background over here, mm-hmm. cooking. He's been with me like 7 years. I have several staff members that have been with me 15 years prior to, Cattivella, working with me at another restaurant. And I think, a positive environment. I don't yell. I don't scream. I don't degrade. But I do expect, require a high level of performance.
Just like you require from yourself.
Yes, no doubt.
Absolutely. So you lead that by that example. And that's the culture, creating that great culture. And that's what we'll do. We'll take a break. We'll come back in the kitchen right now. Chef Elise Wiggins, and we're going to cover a lot of ground. Next segment, we're going to have our executive producer of her new show join us, and Roots to Ranches, right? Roots to Ranches. It's such a cool show. Jay and I, we watched the first episode a couple of days ago, and it was just great. We were just tuned right in to what you were doing.
Yeah.
What struck me was there was a really cool, from a lot of talking, showing, sourcing out there in the field, and then this great cooking element to where you actually did a lot of the hands-on and showed demonstration style. I love that about the show. You mind if we hang it there? Come back. We'll talk about that.
Let's do it.
And also Cattivella itself. All's well in the world. This is great. Studio Kitchen, Colorado. Wow. Fantastic. What an audience we have here tonight. And we also have a great place. Coming up on the show, Booze in the News. Next hour, all the booze news you can use. And we'll check in with Preston Hartman. He's the co-founder and brewer of Good River Beer Company. Also have the Urban Farm at Stapleton. Wait until you hear the projects that Chef Elise is doing with the Urban Farm. And we've got a whole laundry list of folks that are going to join us. Last but not least, he's a man that's a star within himself. His name's Zuri. He's going to join us coming up at 6:30 right here on 630 KHOW iHeartRadio affiliate. We'll break away. Little Rich in the Little Rich Corner. We'll do that now right here on the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.